Let's light the altar on fire. The way jhana gets sold online, soft lighting, beatific smile, I floated for an hour, is spiritual junk food. You don't need more bliss. You need behavior that doesn't crumble under fluorescent lights. Jhana isn't the finish line. It's instrument training, rigorous, repeatable state control that makes the mind obey when it least wants to. The goal is not pleasure. The goal is precision that kills compulsions at their root. You want outrage? Here, chasing bliss is how seekers avoid the only test that counts, what your speech does to another person's nervous system. If your absorption can't keep you from lying, doom scrolling, or bulldozing your partner, you didn't meditate. You took a nap with incense. The Buddha didn't canonize rapture, he canonized non-clinging. Jhana is a clamp that steadies attention so wisdom can cut. Ecstasy is a side effect, useful when it deglazes brutality, lethal when it becomes your god. The series tears the velvet off the word. We'll treat the first four rupa jhanas like the controlled demolition of cognitive noise, from talky attention, unified attention, pleasure without grasping, cool equanimity that doesn't flinch. Then we'll disarm the arupa showroom, vast space, vast consciousness, nothingness, neither this nor that, beautiful states that often become high-end avoidance. We'll show why maps matter, how nimitta, mental sign, can help or mislead, why access concentration is real but fragile, and where bliss turns into glue. If you came for a mood, bail now. If you came to retrain a vertebrate nervous system so it stops reacting like a cornered animal, grab a chair. Jhana done right will make you nicer on Monday, not just luminous on cushions. Done wrong, it'll turn you into a rapture addict, pleasant to yourself, useless to others. I'm silent flame. Let's separate pleasure from path and keep the peace that actually buys freedom. Strip the mystique. A jhana isn't vibes, it's a regime change in how attention allocates bandwidth. Think in factors, not fantasies. First jhana boots with 5 key markers. Classic lists vary by school, the mechanics don't. Applied attention, vitakka. You pick the object, say breath, and place the mind there like a steady hand on a doorknob. Sustained attention, vikara. You keep it there, no wobble, no peeking. Pīti, energized delight. The nervous system's O, when scatter collapses, tingles, lightness, a lift. Sukha, contented ease. Comfort blooms as the system trusts the hold. Ekaggata, one-pointedness. The room of awareness tightens around the task. Peripheral chatter quiets. These aren't decorations. They're work signals. Applied, sustained attention are the scaffolds. Pīti, sukha are the reward chemistry that makes the training self-reinforcing. Ekaggata is the stability you wanted all along. The second jhana drops talky control, applied, sustained fade because momentum holds, pīti grows bright, sukha deepens, unification firms. The third drops rapture, too noisy, leaving quiet happiness and steadiness. The fourth cools even happiness into clean equanimity, neutral, bright, unsticky. That's not numb, that's bandwidth, contact without flinch. Notice what's not in the spec, visions, cosmic answers, guru glow. Jhana is athletic neurocognition, repeatable, inspectable, boring in the best way. You can chart it with questions. How fast do I steady? How long do I hold? How clean is the handoff when factors drop? What's the aftertaste in speech and action? If your absorption produces mystique instead of measurable reliability, you're optimizing for Instagram, not liberation. Jhana isn't enlightenment. It's anti-entropy for attention. You're manufacturing a mind that can stick, release, and restick on command. That's the platform. Insight is the surgery that runs on it. Let's name the drug pīti. It's the lift, the body's buzz when noise collapses. Beginners meet it and swear they touched God. Intermediates chase it and stall for years. Why? Because pīti is delicious and loud. It hijacks the training by making you cling to the side effect. You start engineering sessions for fireworks, not for stability. Congratulations, you just replaced Netflix with halos. Here's the physiology you can verify. Early pīti can feel like currents, pressure, waves, light. It's your limbic system rewarding order, useful until it becomes a goal. The second jhana runs hotter precisely because pīti dominates. But if you keep chasing that heat, you'll never mature into the third, where rapture quiets, or fourth, where even happiness cools into clarity. You remain a connoisseur of your own sensations, pleasant, self-absorbed, ethically unchanged. Red flags of a pīti junkie. 1, ungrounded enthusiasm off cushion. Then irritability when life won't cooperate. 2, compulsive session lengthening to recapture the big one. 3, subtle contempt for dry insight and for people who need your patience more than your rapture report. The fix is brutal and simple. Deprioritize thrill. Favor signal to noise over wow. If the session is steady but quiet, good. If it's bright but fragile, suspect. Ask the only question that matters. Does bliss make me cling less tomorrow? If not, it's a toy. pīti's rightful job is to rename effort as pleasant, so training continues. Its wrong job is to become the reason you train. The path's adult flavor is Sukha upekkha, warmth settling into evenness that doesn't leak. Learn to love boring power. That's what carries through grief, conflict, and meetings. That's what makes your mouth kinder when you're right. Treat each jhana like a subtractive sculpture. You remove what you no longer need. First, you build. Hands on the wheel, applied, sustained. Engine purrs, pīti sukha. Cabin quiets, ekaggata. The object, breath, kasina, body sensation, holds. You still do something. Second, you drop the hands. Steering holds itself. Thought texture goes from granular to silky. Pīti brightens, Sukha glows, unification tightens. The sign nimitta may stabilize, visual or felt token representing the object. It's fine, don't marry it. Third, you retire the trumpet. Rapture's noise is now overhead. Pleasure remains, but like sun through curtains. The body feels heavy, stable, or buoyant even, not buzzy. Interest shifts from how good I feel to how steady this is. Fourth, the thermostat clicks. Warmth cools to clear, indifferent light, not cold, just unattached. Breath may feel whisper thin or vanish from center without danger. The mind is balanced, neither leaning toward pleasant nor away from unpleasant. This is the workbench power users crave. Equanimity with resolution. Branch roots appear here. Some schools cultivate imperturbability as an art. Others pivot to insight right inside the fourth, examining impermanence, contingency, and non-ownership of experience when the field is crisp. Both are valid. What's not valid? Camping in second/third because they feel nice, calling it deep, and wondering why your reactivity at home is unchanged. Remember, descriptions aren't the state. Your profile will differ. pīti, heavy or light. Nimitta, visual or felt. Transitions, abrupt or gradual. The spine of the map stands. From talkie control to momentum to quiet happiness to cool clarity. If your trajectory doesn't roughly subtract in that order, you're in scenic byways, pretty not path. After fourth, many travelers visit the formless isle. Proceed, but don't buy the furniture. These are refinements of attention, not merit badges of enlightenment. Infinite space, boundaries dissolve, the field feels boundless. Useful to unhook the body map from ownership. Risk becoming a vastness snob who can't do dishes. Infinite consciousness, attending to the fact of knowing itself, expansive, clear, useful for seeing mind as process, not person. Risk, spiritualized selfing. Now you're not I, you're knowing, still a mask. Nothingness, the taste of absence. Relief for overstimulated minds. Risk, nihilism, cosplay, nothing matters. Used to avoid repair and responsibility. Neither perception nor non. Perception, exquisite subtlety. Experience hovers near the floor of discernibility. Risk, mistaking thinness for freedom, building a personality around being beyond feelings. Your friends will learn to stop telling you the truth. These are beautiful laboratories for seeing how perception constructs worlds. They are also terrible religions. The Buddha's indictment still lands. Refined states are not the end. They are tools that, used well, decondition, grasping at form and feeling so insight can cut cleaner. Used badly, they produce polite ghosts, pleasant, aloof, useless. Keep the aisle on your map. Visit, learn what each state subtracts. Then leave with one question. Does this reduce time to care in my actual life? If not, you just upgraded your daydream. Everyone wants nimitta secrets. Almost no one wants sleep, food, ethics. That's why most people circle first base. Jhana is logistics before it's light. Ethics as voltage regulator, lying, petty cruelty, and chaotic money spike arousal. Arousal trashes stability. Keep precepts to lower noise. It's not moralism, it's engineering. Schedule, not heroics. Same window daily teaches the body to present calm. Lengthen only as stability warrants. Consistency beats marathons. Object clarity, pick one, breath at nostrils, belly, whole body breath, or a visual casino. Stay. When in doubt, simplify. Complex object equals complex mind. Energy balance. If dull, brighten. Sit straighter. Open gaze slightly. Emphasize. Inhale, colder, room. If wired, soothe, deepen exhale, downcast/soft gaze, warmer wrap, widen attention. Do not power through imbalance, tune. Nimitta sanity. If a mental sign appears, light, felt disc, tactile, coin, treat it as a handle, not truth. If it helps hold steadiness, great. If it steals curiosity, drop it. You're training holding, not collecting apparitions. Access concentration isn't mythical. It's the sustained quiet where the object holds itself and hindrances loosen. Don't fetishize it. Use it as a launch pad. If it wobbles, rebuild conditions. Off cushion, guard inputs, inflammatory news, late caffeine, late screens, all sabotage depth. Audit by outputs, faster settling, longer unbroken hold, cleaner transitions between factors, kinder speech post-sit. If the charts don't move, change logistics before changing lineages. Jhana is the most boring, beautiful thing you'll ever do. Embrace the boring. Embrace the litmus test is trivial and ruthless. Repair speed. After you mess up, how fast do you notice, admit, and fix? Jhana should cut that time. Why? Because the fourth's evenness installs a reflex. Contact, see clearly, respond cleanly. If absorption leaves you precious and slow to apologize, you optimized for self-admiration. Integration drills, micro jhanas in context, 90-second breath unification before the hard call, 3 exhale-weighted minutes before the meeting, 30 seconds of cool, balanced attention as your partner speaks. Proof of training is deployability. Speech audit. After sitting, track a day. Fewer hedges, fewer spikes, more nouns in apologies, less moral theatre. If not, adjust. Pleasure diet, reduce novelty binges that make pīti seem necessary to feel alive. Let ordinary Sukha count. Conflict lab, use third/fourth flavors during disagreement. Hold warmth without gush. Hold clarity without heat. If you can't, don't brag about states, fix your training. Service throttle. Jhana should increase availability, not withdrawal. Boundaries stay. Aloofness falls. If you're getting colder, you're hiding in states. Remember, wisdom rides a steady mount. Build the horse. Then look. Investigate impermanence, contingency, ownerlessness from inside cool clarity. Let absorption make seeing precise. Let seeing make absorption unnecessary. The aim is a life that doesn't require special conditions to be kind and sane. Here's the part gurus won't say because it kills their brand. Bliss is cheap, availability is expensive. Anyone with time, quiet, and decent instructions can learn to flood their body with pīti. Few will use that power to become boringly reliable humans, the kind who don't leak pain, who fix what they break, who choose truth over glow. So keep jhana, guard it, train it like a surgeon's hand, but smash the throne you built for your sensations. The only rightful monarch is non-clinging. If a state doesn't make clinging weaker, it's a visitor. Bow, then show it the door. Your lineage is measured not in rapture stories, but in neighbors who breathe easier because you exist. My vow on paper, I will use pleasure to stabilize, not to hide. I will favor equanimity over fireworks. I will measure depth by repair speed, not by how holy I look when I talk about it. I will keep the logistics boring and the ethics visible. I will treat jhana as a tool that makes wisdom surgical and kindness fast. If that makes me less mystical and more useful, good. The world needed fewer mystics and more adults. I'm silent flame. Bliss isn't the prize. Freedom from glue is. Keep training until even your best state can pass through you without leaving a fingerprint. Then go apologize to someone who needed you last week while you were busy being radiant.